Hello, hot off the heels of our little speed-running adventure, this is another Quake Brutalist Jam III map. Today we'll be playing Colour Decay by Zettabyte. This is one of those escape the facility maps where you've got to sabotage things along the way. Large in scale, linear in progression, it's got some nice horde-based fights and set pieces as well as all Zettabyte maps have. Enjoy! And here we go, Rev is escaping her cell. They foolishly left her with both a pistol and the wrench, so easily smashed that panel to get out of here. And we enter this large concrete facility with really funky, colourful shipping containers and boxes. And the highlights as well, I think it looks really nice, frankly. It does remind me of the 90s, as primary colours always do. And particularly my childhood, but that's another story. Especially with warehouses and concrete. Now, relatively straightforward to start with. We're getting a bit of melee action, we're getting a bit of pistol action, which is always fun. And just making our way through things. We're taking things at a bit of a slower pace than we did with Map by Recycle Dojo, which is okay. Now there are some very nasty enemy placements on this map which are worth pointing out. Like, look at that bloody awful spawn at point blank. And on top of here as well, there are what is it? Shulkin Blister, there it is. A lot of these placements are nasty, and obviously when you kill them on the Nightmare, they drop Caltrops, which block your progression path in the tunnel. Sometimes you can just kind of skirt around them, other times you can't. It's a little disappointing that I couldn't in that situation, but it's fine. That's why I saved this Mega Health, just in case anything went wrong. See, that's called routing. Something that I do very poorly. Speaking of, here's a little idea. A lot of blisters swarming you at that point there. My idea was to delay the shot a little bit, because if you do, it allows the Fiend to lunge forward, and sometimes that means I'll be right in the midst of all the blisters, and when they explode, they do a lot of damage to the Fiend or kill him outright. Didn't happen in that specific instance, but hey, it's worth a go, right? That's cool, that's fun. And that bloody Grenadier. One thing I will say about this mod is that the animations for enemies being staggered, like the long stagger, it looks a lot like they're dying sometimes, and if you've done a certain amount of damage to them, you know roughly you're in the ballpark of that shot could have potentially killed before the pellets hit. They will stagger and fall, and you'll be like, oh dear, they must be dead, but they're not. They're just, they're still kicking. So, it's nice to try and keep an eye on the kill count on the HUDs, which is nice that it's been put on there in client-side QC, don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit small for me. I'm old and I have bad eyesight, so I would like it kind of Joe Quake style HUD where the numbers for kills and secrets are massive, so I can't miss them. Because with all of the HUD elements now, I have to kind of pause a little bit to have a look and see what they are when I'm playing fast, which I'm not here, but when I'm playing very fast, it's like, I can't do it too well. So this here is a central hub area, which we'll be coming back to the silver key door and the gold key door. Blisters coming down the staircase. It's kind of cruel, the ones that jump down from the right-hand side, because if you're playing aggressively, you'll push forward after killing the staircase blisters, and they'll just jump straight in your head and kill you instantly. And that sucks. I don't like that feeling. It's disappointing. Speaking of guys who suck, that's a horrendous little plasma trench knight there, sitting in that alcove. Ooh. You can do damage to you if you've got laser focused on that shambler. Pushing forward is a bad idea because you have these grenadiers, and these grenadiers can spam grenades and get you here. Now, when I first routed this and did a couple of demos for it, and I was kind of trying to do it quickly, I left them alive because you go back to that platform they're on to the gold door later. But they kind of work themselves through the map when you're not paying attention because they can just come down the staircase. I didn't think of that because I'm not very bright. And yeah, that kind of stymied things a little bit. So just kill him with a nail gun now, and get some lovely wrenching in these champions, which is great fun. Oh, it's so satisfying. This quad secret you can do a little bit with, but you're constrained by the fact that all of this works on a timer. Though getting the shotgun blast to kill every single thing in that shipping container in one shot is just beautiful. I shouldn't have switched away from the shotgun for that Fiend, but I did because my map knowledge isn't that good. That door there takes you back to the start of the map. Well, not back to the start of the map, to the hub area I was talking about, where the blisters were. We'll be going there later, but right now we're going to collect the silver key. This is one of those classic areas where it's like loads of cells where you can see the enemies inside them, but they're not active. And then, you know, the trepidation is, oh god, when's it going to open? When am I going to be ambushed? And the answer is when you press this button in here. This champion is nasty. Jumping straight down into the pit with the champion tends not to work too well for you because they tend to do the horrendous nail attack. Sorry, the multi-dagger attack and insta-kill you. So you could use the what's it called? The ricochet of the shotgun. Kind of works. Not too well, but it kind of works. Pressing all the buttons in Titan Celto, silver key, fantastic. And then we have a little loop here to return ourselves back to the main area. I do like how this map has a lot of heavy resistance in terms of, you know, mid and high tier monsters, but you've got the rebar launcher. I mean, look at this. 3 of them lined up for one shot. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's how it should be, really. These 2 guys tend to get lined up most of the time, but this time they didn't. Bad miss there. Little unfortunate, but it's okay. And this secret, oh, jumping off that is actually a lot more awkward than it looks. It's kind of janky. I don't know if there's an easier way to jump to that, but that's the way I choose to do it. And I love how there's a little lead going from that switch to the panel on the door, which kind of shows it kind of like being ad hoc rigged up, like the facility is going through a bit of disrepair and ruin. It's like, oh, well, we'll set this patch cable up for the time being to control the door mechanism for you. Anyway, we're moving on to the silver key area now. Where we have more heavy resistance and more secrets. Ooh, that's terrible. Lot of secrets. As with other maps here, they have the fragments in them. Nothing wrong with a good fragment secret because they are a real power item. The Invoker is ridiculously powerful. It really does change the game, so it's nice to have secrets that are just dedicated to here's one fragment for you to see it use as you see fit, here's your enemy deleter. Now that was lovely how you could then get all those guys together to get your rebars stacked up. This is also very important. Go back to here, there's 150 nails there, which is very good for this fight coming up. It means you can use a lot more nails than you otherwise would have. So save that one, then come back to it. It's very important to only pick up pickups when you need them. That said, I do find it hard to distinguish between the big pickups and the standard pickups in this set because I'm a little dim. So when I see that I pick up a nail pack and it says plus 150, I always go, oh wow, 150 in that one, how wonderful. Anyway, this is the gold key fight. This is a classic progressive horde fight. Start off with the guys bullying you from on top, who I do a pretty piss poor job in killing everybody with, unfortunately. Then it begins. You have the swarmers coming in. The secret gave me that vampirism, which I'm saving. Then the doors open progressively. I wasn't in position to do this. This was a mistake. Usually I'm in the doorway ready with the grenades. But I do this fast enough that I can get in position for the next door to open. And just bully them with grenades to keep them inside. There's resources in them as well, so I'll just cheekily pop in there now. And here comes the big one. From above you get these blisters. You can try and shoot the rebar through the swarms at them, but it's not really worth it. We've got plenty of ammo in this situation because of the aforementioned pack we picked up earlier, so it's best just to be ready. And then all of these champions come down, and it's just put grenades at their feet. They all blow up in the centre of your circle strafe. Use your classic Doom techniques. If you've got the vampirism, look how many orbs you get, how wonderful that is. Oh, and that was a lovely rebar shot to make everything explode in the chain there. Very nice. Now I do run out of rebar because I wasn't looking at my ammo count. Bit of a mistake there. And there you go. That's how you do the gold key fight. Nice and efficiently. Could have been a little bit better, but it felt good. And there's some more nails in here as well, just if you want to pick them up. These two fiends are super irritating. There's got to be a better way of dealing with them. But that went okay. Sometimes it doesn't go okay and they really bully me. Anyway, gold key door, we can now go up to the gold key, and that's where the grenadiers were bullying us from before. Well, they would be bullying us, but I wiped them out nice and early. And we have another classic situation here, where use the stairs as cover. The Shambler advances forward. I made a mistake here. If I taken a step forward and have woken up this champion, I would have been able to line them up, be a bit more ammo efficient, and there's a really nasty blister from behind there. Really evil. That blister killed me on more than one occasion. So here's an interesting area. This is the core of the base, which we're going to blow up. As you can see, it's being powered by this wonderful Invoker Crystal. So, the upper level and the lower level. The upper level is really kind of self-explanatory. It's nice how everything doesn't wake up here, but you shoot the buttons, which is kind of awkward because it's hard to aim with the pistol at range. Look at that, beautiful. Oof. But this one here, when I played this blind on my stream, I could not figure this out because I'm dumb, and I got so like confused by it. I actually opened up the like showing the beatboxes and stuff. You shoot through the glass there, and then you blow up the core, but I didn't see that because I'm blind. I still think it's a little obscure, but when you do it, it starts this fight. 3 wings open. You want to kill the one with the blisters first. You've got the hit scan pressure from one side, then you've got the heavy pressure from the other. You know, it's straightforward. You just clear one side at a time. In here, you have this wonderful secret. There is a radio here, and if you listen to this radio, there's a lovely bit of hard bass, which you might like. Hard bass. I can't speak. Sorry, I cannot speak. But yes. Mistake here, this is actually a blunder in play. I should have just stayed on the platform and fired. I mean, yes, you get shredded, you lose a lot of health, but you'll kill a lot more of those different trench knights if you do that. Big mistake, I apologise for that one. No, it's okay, we have plenty of resources. There was a cheeky spawn that I neutralised as well over there. Fantastic stuff. Oop, there we go. And this is the home stretch now. We have 3 pillars to press. Sequential order. Miscalculating by a single shot there. And not killing that plasma knight. I like this room because you can do that. Circle strafe around with the nail guns, then use the rebar launcher just to chonk the pistol boy. Use one of our very limited shots with the invoker to kill the shambler as well. Saves us a little bit of time. This is a really nasty blister, but we got it. Oh, bad miss. And this is really unfortunate here. I aim a little bit too low, and the guys stand still, they don't chonk up. Usually you can get them in 2 volleys, I only get them in 3 there, so it means I'm running a little bit lower than I want to on ammo for the grenade launcher. Which means that I can't just turn around and kill these 2 with a single volley from the rockets. I mean, I could have, but I chose not to because I wanted to save a bit more for the final fight in case it went wrong. So instead, we lose a little bit of time there. But it's A-okay. We would have had 1 more extra shot to play with. But here's the final fight. 3 fragments awkwardly behind that button, a lift going up, and this is the way to the exit. And this is just a big clusterfuck, basically. I found it best just to hold the button down, circle strafe a little bit, fish for nice angles, and then for the rest, just nail them with the rockets. And that's it. Really straightforward. We've escaped our cell, we've blown up the reactor, pressing that button just lowers the lift until you can backtrack, and we're out. Well, we're not into the sunlight, but we're out into something. So there you go, that's Colour Decay by Zettabyte. That's a really fun map, as many Zettabyte maps are. Just lovely combat throughout, really. Lovely flow to it. So I just had to stop there so you could enjoy the hard bass. Cheeky breaky. Okay, anyway, thank you very much. I will see you some other time. Goodbye.